First of all, congratulations on the win. What do you put that down to, in simple terms?
Well, it just worked hard. We've had 3 days with them and worked very, very hard on how we wanted them to play. We tried to use the talent that they've got in the squad as well. And great to see it come off, really. I thought we deserved to win. We could have put the game to bed by half time, but then obviously, it was nice to get the second goal. And the lads have listened. I think they've enjoyed it as well. It's nobody likes it when a manager leaves, but you've just got to get on with it with only 8 games to go. Sorry, who's next? Anybody?
Hi, Neil. From the Hartlepool Mail. What was the thinking behind formation? Because at the end of the Swansea game, they played with wing backs, but you seem to go with the back four with Hassan just in front today.
Yeah, we just. I wanted energy, really. I looked at the game last week and I just wanted the 2 lads. Coulson was out suspended, not suspended, injured. So I wanted to go with the energy, and Marv and Jed have both impressed me in the few days I've had. They've given everything, and I thought, why not? 2 centre halves. Dale was touch and go whether he'd be fit, but he came through yesterday. And Johnny Howson, you could play him anyway, can't you, really? So he sat in. But I thought Saville did a great job today because he had to go to the right back a lot as well and help out. And I thought it was a good team performance. I thought the front 3, I just thought there was, I thought Brett and Fletch were unbelievable. And Robbo, to say he's only played, that's probably the first game since January. I think, he gave us an hour.
Hi, Neil. Scott here from the Northern Echo. Neil, having watched that today, do you feel kind of a lot happier and a lot more confident about the task you've got than when you walked through the door on Tuesday? Do you feel like you've already taken steps forward?
Well, you never know in football. I mean, I've been in the game a long time, and I've been to clubs and then I lost the first 2 or 3 games, and you've still got to stick with your principles, really. I would have been quite happy today, the way we played, whatever the result was, if I'm honest. It's just great to get the goals. And what I really liked was the way we died at the end to keep our goal intact, the way we flung bodies there and headers, and that's what I like about football and footballers.
Just one follow-up one from me, Neil. Obviously, Rudy was announced beforehand as left. The other lads that were due to come at the end of the contract, is that all sorted now? Are they all definitely here for the remainder of the season?
Well, I'll be speaking, to be fair, I've had so much on my mind this week. Rudy came and I had a good chat with Rudy. I asked him to stay, obviously. He said he wasn't prepared to do that. And so I said, you might as well go home now. And he went, I sent him off on Thursday, really. He didn't, no point in anything else. And so the other lads, I've spoken to most of them, but I'm not really 100%. So you'll have to probably ask me next week about that.
Okay.
And Neil, just the loan players. Obviously, you've got Patrick, Ravel and Harold. Are they all committed to staying until the end of the season?
Yes, I think so. I spoke to Rav and Harold. He's had a bit of an injury, Harold. So, but I've spoke to them. I'm not 100% aware because I've not had time to talk about the loan players. I just, been concentrating on the lads that are here and who's available for this game today.
And you touched on Patrick earlier. He made an immediate impact when he came up in January, then got an injury, but he looked sharp again today. He can be a key player for you, can't he?
He can. I love exciting players like him. I could give him a bit of a rollicking, if I'm honest. A couple of times he was too greedy. He could have put people in and done things, but listen, when you're a wide player and you're exciting, I don't mind. As long as you do it in the right areas, you don't do it in your own half. And like I say, I thought they did well, the front 3. And your defending starts with your front 3. I wouldn't want to mark them 3, if I'm honest, if I were any defence.
You mentioned Coulson. Will he be back for the whole game on Thursday?
Yes, I think he'll be available, yes. I think he was training today, but he couldn't have contact today. But I think he's all right with us we have a warm down tomorrow. I think he's joining in tomorrow.
And can I just ask, Neil, you personally, how enjoyable has it been to be back in amongst it? How nice was it to be back on the touchline? Obviously very different, but did you still enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I do. It's why I'm still in the game, really. I love trying to make players better than what they are and have that belief in themselves. And when people take on board what you're asking and it works, it's very, very rewarding. And I've missed that banter around the dressing room because I like that. That's the best part of the job, really. And I'm sure the lads have, it's been a little bit different. But that's how I am. I'm not going to change now. And, we make no mistake. It's a great result today, but we're miles away from being safe. So we've just got to concentrate. The lads have got to take it on board now, recover a couple of days easy, and then look towards the whole game.
And you said, Neil, this week that it'd be strange not being booed by fans at the game. What was it like for you in that behind closed doors atmosphere situation?
Yeah, it was strange, really. I didn't really have too much of a go at the referee and linesman either, so it was strange for me anyhow.
Hi Neil, Dave Lee from Moorlands Radio. Great result today. You certainly thwarted Stoke City. What did you feel was going to be their main threat today, and how did you thwart that?
Well, I think as a manager, you try and play to your own strengths, really. And we expected the substitutions, obviously, when we went behind. So we'd worked on what would change in our performances. Even sort of Shotton coming on, I thought did very, very well as well. At the death. So I think you've just got to. You so need 18 to 20 players now with the fitness levels. And I used 3 today, but I could quite easily use another 1 or 2 if I hadn't have done them earlier.